The US President Donald Trump has again defended Saudi leaders from international criticism over the disappearance of the Saudi journalist Jamal Khoshoggi. Mr. Trump called the criticism another case of guilty until proven innocent and said all the facts were not yet known. His Secretary of State Mike Pompeo flew to Saudi Arabia, where he got assurances from Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman that a full investigation is taking place. Now, CNN correspondent Jomana Karadsheh is on the line from Istanbul. Jomana, good evening to you, or good morning to you over there. I guess it's a first very obvious question, but have we confirmed that Jamal Khoshoggi has in fact died, and do we know how?
Well, Alex, this criminal investigation that was launched by Turkish authorities 12 days ago is still ongoing. Turkish officials have said very little on the record, very little publicly. Much of what we're hearing is coming through leaks, coming from anonymous sources that have been speaking to the media. And yesterday, an official told CNN that, a Turkish government official told CNN that Jamal Khoshoggi was not only killed inside the consulate, that his body was cut into pieces. And they are looking at a group of 15 Saudis. This is something that Turkish authorities have been saying for a while. This group arrived in Istanbul the day of the disappearance of Jamal Khoshoggi. They were inside the consulate during the time of his visit. They left the country later on that day. They're looking at them as persons of interest in this investigation, and they include a number of officials, a forensic expert, a former diplomat, a man seen in photos with the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. And we received from Turkish officials passport scans of 7 of those individuals, and it shows that they entered the country, according to Turkish authorities, on October the 2nd. Now, we've seen movement when it comes to the forensic examinations of this potential crime scene. On Monday, the Turkish authorities managed to finally get access to the consulate, but keeping in mind, this has not been preserved as a real potential crime scene. We've seen people walking in and out on a daily basis, cleaning crews even coming in, and after they spent, the forensic experts spent 8 hours, we heard the hints yesterday from President Erdogan that there may have been some sort of a cover-up in there, talking about fresh paint over toxic materials. So we have to wait and see what they've been able to get officially. We know that today their focus is to try and get into the Consul General's residence. That is the man who left Turkey yesterday and headed back to Riyadh.
Okay, so lots of accusations, particularly from the Turkish authorities there. There's still rumours that Saudi Arabia will acknowledge Khashoggi was killed in a botched interrogation. Your news organisation, CNN, was running that up to, 12 hours ago, but you haven't been able to stand that up yet. What's the latest there?
Well, we're waiting to hear. This is what sources have been saying, Alex, that this is a plan that is taking place, that they're working on some sort of a report that is going to say that this was an operation that potentially they wanted to interrogate and possibly abduct Jamal Khoshoggi, and that operation went wrong. Now, the latest that we are also hearing from sources familiar with the case is that they say a high-ranking official close to the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's inner circle organized the mission to interrogate and possibly abduct Khashoggi. Now, this new narrative seems to be focused on this idea of rogue elements, and we've been hearing this over the past couple of days, and it's something so hard to really convince people in this region, friends, colleagues of Khashoggi, and also human rights activists we've been speaking to, because nothing at this level takes place without the knowledge of Mohammed bin Salman. This is something that U.S. officials have told us, and the fact that this is coming 2 weeks after the incident, especially after the Saudi narrative that maintained that he left the consulate without providing evidence.
Right. We do have to leave it there. CNN correspondent Jomana Karadsheh, thank you very much for the update there in Istanbul.